Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, All People's Island. Start fishing for a God-level mermaid. Chapter 111. World Tree. Type: God Tree. Personality: God. Consume 2 million amethyst coins to improve the quality. Age: 30. Crown height: 201 meters. Harvestable: Divinity Fruit X0, Life Fruit Strong X0, Life Fruit X18. Current status: Divinity Fruit X1 ripe in 1 day, Life Fruit Strong X100 ripe in 100 years, Life Fruit X500 breeding, ripe in 274 years. Halo: within the range of crown height X100m, all species enjoy the nourishment of life energy, naturally improve the quality of the body, accelerate reproduction, practice, and enhance the perception of laws. Divine Fruit. Personality: God level. Effect: when taking it, you can actively choose any of the following effects, otherwise one of the following effects will be generated randomly. 1. There is a chance to elevate the user's personality to a god without any side effects. 2. Heal any divine damage, curse, disease caused by any god. 3. There is a chance to upgrade the user's natural personality to a god. The halo effect actually adds additional effects. Lin Yi was overjoyed. Remove the God Tree and Fruit upgrade. The added law sense is also crucial. This can greatly speed up the control of the law of life in the island. With the Temple of Tranquility. The era of universal law is not far away. Exactly, a fruit will be condensed tomorrow. I can also promote my personality to the level of a god. Lin Yi looked forward to it. It would be a lie to say that the 3 god-level things in the water are not greedy. If you can catch it, that must be the best. The strength of the law can be slowly realized in the Temple of Tranquility. Now, with the god-level divine fruit, wait for some time. There will be a group of top gods on the island. The strength of the 3 legions will also enter a new field. The higher the level of subordinates, only then can Lin Yi explore the Sea of God's domain with peace of mind. Even if you encounter an enemy whose law control rate is as high as 99% or 100%. With attribute decay, when the island owners confront each other, he is sure to be the final winner. 2 million amethyst coins. See World Tree promotion consumption. Lin Yi's pupils suddenly dilated. That's a sign of inner excitement. If World Tree was promoted to God Realm, so is there a possibility that a divine fruit will grow? The number of amethyst coins is sufficient. It's also something worth continuing to invest in. Lin Yi didn't hesitate at all. The World Tree has just completed its transformation. Immediately chose to upgrade again. Consume island amethyst coins by 2 million. The World Tree is being promoted. It is expected to wait for 360 days. Close black lens bracket. 1 year. This time did not surprise Lin Yi. After being promoted to a god, Xinjian didn't have much sense of the speed of time. Before the speed of time flowed in the big formation, 2 years passed in a hurry. He even felt that time passed too slowly. For the span of the gods in units of 10,000 years. Really nothing. But, if there is progress in research on small briquettes, the time velocity formation should be able to produce results soon. If it can accelerate maturity, that is naturally the best. The Supreme Fishing System reminds you that a god-level fishing spot has been detected. It is expected to leave the fishing spot in 45 minutes, please choose the host as soon as possible. Suddenly, the system prompt sounded again. Superb fishing spots. The licking dog fishing spot that has never disappeared has not yet been harvested. It turns out that there is another fishing spot with Godhead. Lin subconsciously wanted to enter the portal. After all, fishing spots of this level are highly likely to appear in the Sea of God's domain. Is it possible? Turn on fishing mode. Scan around. Lin Yi was slightly taken aback. It is in the direction of the Southern Qualification Training Pool. A rippled sea surrounded by 4 halos is slowly leaving. No way. The probability of refreshing high-level fishing spots in low-level sea areas is extremely small. Could it be that the character has exploded? After confirming that the god-level fishing spot is nearby, Lin Yi's eyes showed joy. Summoning the fishing rod with his mind, he flew towards the coast excitedly. Take control of the island cruise. Control the ripple of the fishing point in front of and behind the heel. He moved out the alligator sofa. He ran out of the hook with a solemn expression. Open black lens bracket supreme fishing spot unique close black lens bracket. Person. Godhead. Drop. Godhead item, rune of authority. This is a normal fishing spot. Once missed, or the timing of the draw is wrong, fishing spots will disappear. Can't deal with 3 of them. I still can't believe you can't handle it. Lin Yi felt ruthless in his heart. After greeting the girls from the other hero group, they waited patiently. Luo Feng is dead. A skinny person with purple skin opened his eyes. Invisible. The strong power of arcane laws pervades the entire hall. The 2 island owners below who reported the news swallowed hard. Unless the Union Act does not allow it, they really don't want to come and report the news in person. Yes, social media is down. One of the Null Island owners bit the bullet and said, according to the content, it was destroyed by a mysterious Silver Island group in the bewildering Beast Sea. This is specific information, please read it. Zhang Weiwei handed over the crystal module. The jackal heaved a sigh of relief when he saw that the other party hadn't turned violent. This one in front of me is an existence with 80% control over arcane laws. It can almost be said that it is rare to meet an opponent below the divine Tibet realm. And Luo Feng still owed him some promises. Now, before things are done, people are gone. The pure Godhead invested in before has also been in vain. Quote. Mysterious island owner. The purple-skinned man snorted coldly. His men controlled a large coalition. All members are little overlords in one sea area. At least they are island owners who are at the peak of the gods and have special strengths. Who dared to kill him? I really don't know how to live or die. According to the reward time, it can't be done by the great god of the divine hidden realm. The coordinates of Luofeng are relatively close to the location of a new sea area. Just right. Go see if you can collect clues, and find the Silver Island by the way. Yes. Follow your orders. We will summon the God War Legion immediately. Above the World Tree, containing strong divine energy, the crystal clear white fruit has matured. The powerful aura emitted by the fruit unintentionally. In the surrounding waters, those good behemoths hidden in the deep sea surfaced. The eyes are eager. Consciousness seems to be being washed away by crazy emotions. But, when they saw the unfathomable 10,000 guards on the island, fear instantly calmed the impulse in his mind. After looking at it unwillingly, then dived into the deep sea again. Can you advance? Lin Yi gently picked the ripe fruit. Obviously, the outer shell is only a thin layer, and the inside is full of juice. However, it is not soft to hold lightly. On the contrary, very strong. Even if the fruit is thrown into the sea, the little guys who come out of the water will not be able to bite the shell of the fruit. Failed fishing at the newly appeared god-level fishing spot once. The following stuff is obviously very uncooperative. There is still 1.5 days before the fishing spot disappears. He is going to try to use the divine fruit to advance to the god level. After strengthening, then catch the underwater things. Call. Lin Yi took a deep breath. He picked up the fruit and slowly placed it near his mouth. Click. The fruit shell is easily broken. The sweet juice flowed from the mouth into the abdomen. Wherever you go, they are all traces of strong divine power. Body cells start to absorb them. Lin Yi could clearly feel it. His attribute value is constantly rising. 30.1. Spirit added 0.1. The numbers are not obvious. But, it is this insignificant addition. Desperately hit the shackles of the upper true god peak. An invisible shackle that seems to be blocked in the depths of the cell is being violently dismantled. When the attribute is added to 1 on average, the shackles have already produced slight cracks. At the same time, divine energy perceives changes in shackles. It seems crazy. Crazy is constantly impacting towards the cracks in the shackles. The attribute value is getting higher and higher. Higher and higher. With Lin Yi at the center, the chaotic energy forms a whirlwind. Take the fallen leaves of the surrounding grass plants into the air and fly hand in hand. Several hours passed. The energy fluctuations are gradually subsiding. The last trace of divine energy in the body was completely absorbed by the cells. Integrate into the limbs. The overall strength has been greatly improved. You have taken the divine fruit Tianjin and the divine energy has increased a lot. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Your level and personality have been improved, and you are currently in the early stage of God. Close black lens bracket. The broken branches and fallen leaves fell on the 837 ground. Lin Yi slowly opened his eyes. Surroundings became clearer. The dynamic field of view can easily capture more subtle movements. Promoted to the god level. The 4-dimensional attribute has increased by almost 60 points. Arrived around 251. But this augmentation contrast utilizes the effects of the low light rule. Still passable. However, it was this small change that Lin Yi needed. The fishing time at the god level fishing spot is too long. Even the Blue Star Island master has a devout belief in him. It is also impossible to consume the power of faith all the time to maintain the law increase. This nuance, enough for him to pull up the god level props. It can be disbanded. Lin Yi waved his hand. The Legion soldiers deployed around immediately returned to the island of the meteor god. When the research and development of the small coal ball time flow velocity array is completed, a batch of divine fruits can be accumulated again. You can also be promoted to the god level. I saw the expectant women around me. Lin Yi explained aloud. Yeah, we're in no hurry. The girls are also very cute. Knowing that the improvement of Lin Yi's strength is the biggest benefit to the island. Don't bother me about anything. Summon fishing tackle. Lin Yi went straight to the qualification training pool. In the rest of the time, you can still go fishing at the god level fishing spot. If you fail this time, you will lose a high level item. Thump. The hook is thrown into the center of the ripple. The whole world slows down. Lin Yi sat cross-legged directly on the sand. Not moving at all, quietly watching the float on the ripples. I don't know how long time has passed. Night fell. The float finally swayed. This time, Lin Yi caught it. Call out. The fishing rod is pulled to the meniscus. The power of the system will also increase. Let me see what the hell is the so-called authority rune. After a burst of drinking, black lightning immediately spread throughout the body. Rely on the double blessing brought by the law in the system. The thing that resisted stubbornly underwater, after hours of struggle. Finally, can't escape the final fate. Crash. The fishhook dragged a pale silver rune out of the sea. The surface of the rune is not carved with any lines. Like a silver mirror. Very smooth. What authority? Lin Yi started to take up the line. With deep curiosity, he grasped the cold rune. Into the eyes. Rune information has emerged. Open black lens bracket god domain authorization rune close black lens bracket. Type. Consumable props. Personality. Godhead. Effect. After using it, you can open the God's Domain exchange function, and the island owners below the Godhead level can use it to open the God's Domain forum in advance. God's Domain forum. Exchange. Lin Yi frowned. He had also pondered before that the sea area where the island master above the Godhead level was merged into the Queen of the Sea of the Gods. What about the previous forum and exchange functions? Did not expect. There is also a larger island community. It is impossible to know how many years the island world has existed. How many high-level gods will there be in this span of time? Lin Yi held his breath. Immediately used the permission rune. Permissions successfully enabled. Thought you had enabled the God's Domain forum and exchange functions. Close black lens bracket. The silver rune exploded with a bang. After the light spot disappears. In his island function, there are already 2 brand new windows. Window buttons have no difference in appearance from normal functions. It's just independent of the Blue Star Sea territory. A region was redivided. Lin Yi's thoughts moved slightly. Slowly, the mysterious forum function was opened. Suddenly, the overwhelming and indescribably huge information occupies the entire field of vision. It's like a supernova explosion. Endless posts lined up tightly together. Densely packed. It's dizzying to watch. The fastest way to refine the second-level domain in Shenzhengjing, the progress of the experiment. Close black lens bracket. Sacred fire-level sea beasts have been discovered in the Sea of Burying Gods. 3 million God War Islands have been destroyed. Need a batch of true God-level accessories, which can be exchanged with special resources, and do not go through the exchange. Close black lens bracket. A pure Godhead appears in Sea of Chasing Wind. Close black lens bracket. Speculation on the abnormal actions of shadow creatures, and possible subsequent consequences. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The most powerful gods are all going to the edge of the sea to investigate. Do you have friends from the 5th floor of Shenzhen to go together? Close black lens bracket. Sharing post on the practice path to improve the control of the law. Close black lens bracket. Summary of the recipe for artifact creation, you can watch it for a fee. Close black lens bracket. Opening square bracket comma closing square bracket. Explosive information hit Lin Yi's eyes. Let him be overwhelmed. What sea of burial gods, what holy fire level. There is so much information like this. I have never heard of it. Lin Yi, who seems to have entered a new world, kept scrolling through the posts. The progress bar with too many pages is invisible, like a treasure. Choose a keyword at will. Countless corresponding posts will pop up. But, as the time goes, the more you understand the Sea of God's domain. Lin Yi's expression became more serious. Danger. Extremely dangerous. At this stage, you must not go deep into the Sea of God's domain. The huge Sea of Gods. There are really as many gods as dogs. God hides everywhere. The holy fire realm is an existence above the divine storage realm. Those who go further up are the main gods at the same level as the heart of the ocean. Not to mention the mysterious 8 pillars. Even if it is a holy fire god or a strange beast, can destroy a lower level sea area in the middle of the hand. Extremely scary. But, while learning about the threat from the Sea of God's domain, it also contains unimaginable benefits. Lin Yi's eyes were burning. God's domain exchange has been opened. With his background, he can definitely make a lot of money in the middle. Buy some rare items that can maximize your strength. God realm exchange. After opening, the situation in the forum is almost the same. There are a wide variety of products. There are everything from the true God level to the holy fire level. However, the number of items in the holy fire realm is higher than that in the divine storage realm. The number dropped sharply. There are only thousands of items. And most of them are the most basic materials, such as finished weapons, skills, etc., all are not there. There is not even a single item in the main god realm. During refresh, he did see a heart of the ocean on the shelves. Several million amethyst coins. The moment it was hung up, it was taken down by others in seconds. This is also the only main god level item that appears. It is also relative. The easiest item to get. Destroy a lower level sea area that is newly connected to the Sea of the Gods, and you can easily get it. The Fruit of Life. Lin Yi does the screening. Soon, the exchange will isolate useless information. Many medicines, blueprints, ingredients, etc. related to the Fruit of Life have been refreshed. After finding the most original fruit information, Lin Yi couldn't help thinking. Open black lens bracket Fruit of Life strong close black lens bracket. Type. Spirit fruit. Quality. Mythical. Effect. Price. 50 million island gold coins. List of fruits. There are only 2 templates. The first type is the Lone Star bred by the most basic tree of life, and the price is cheap. Only tens of thousands of island gold coins can be purchased. For a god island owner, it is just like Chinese cabbage. The second type is condensed from the world tree. The effect is increased by 1 layer. An enhanced version that can cultivate mythical subordinates. The price directly doubled by nearly 1,000 times. Equivalent to half an amethyst coin. But, Lin Yi now has the Fruit of Life that can directly promote creatures to middle gods. Not a single one. This means, his world tree is unique in the entire Sea of Gods. There is a huge opportunity. But the same reason. This kind of super version of the Fruit of Life that has appeared every day in the entire island world. It will certainly cause the coveting and suspicion of many people. Maybe it will bring unexpected dangers. Nuo da Shen Yu. Who knows which deities will have the ability to follow the trail. But, Lin Yi's eyes are bright. He whispered softly, you can use the ability of the small briquettes to make the Fruit of Life into a potion with the same effect. In this way, the effect of the Fruit of Life can be hidden. Think about this. He began to look through which things can be promoted to the middle true god. Find out about market prices. Not long after, an elixir that can be promoted to a middle god, worth 25,000 amethyst coins. Lin Yi thought about it. According to the current output value of World Tree, if the fruit can be converted into potions and sold, the harvest of amethyst coins alone will be a full 6 million a day. The profits are high enough to numb him. Immediately afterwards, He suddenly thought of a question. Is pure Godhead for sale? Then, he filters keywords. Really, the densely packed pure Godheads came out. Look carefully at the price. FK. Lin Yi couldn't help talking about the essence of Chinese culture. The information in front of him left him speechless. Pure Godhead. 300 island star coins. Based on the basic information previously known, one island star coin is worth nearly 100 million amethyst coins. The price is outrageous too. But, even if the price is so expensive, it can still be seen that the pure Godhead has been purchased and taken off the shelves one after another. Nuoda God's domain C. Whether it is to save a lifetime for your own use, or to buy it for your subordinates. Pure Godhead is still affordable. It's just that I have passed the God realm. In the future, there will be no quick way to advance to the divine Tibetan realm. In addition to using special resources, it also requires the gods to accumulate their own time. Later, you need to have a higher understanding of the laws in order to break through to the holy fire realm. Purchasing a pure Godhead with the basic fruit of life is probably too much. Lin Yi frowned. The price of the item for promotion to the high god is very ideal. Can sell for more than 1 million. It can quickly equip the hero group with a pure Godhead. Just don't know, will the appearance of such a large number of things cause other gods to be suspicious? Things like the time scroll are also hot items, and there is no market for the price. Lin Yi sighed. The idea of buying scrolls to make the world tree bear fruit quickly was shattered. We can only wait for the latest progress of the small briquettes experiment. I walked around the exchange for a while. He was surprised to find something, which was very abnormal. Talent refining stone. Things that are thrown in the storage ring like garbage and eat ashes. It turned out to be a prohibited item on the exchange. Is it a contraband restricted by some island owners in a special way? Hold the grass, isn't that just a broken rock? That being said, Lin Yi felt vigilant. Sea of God's domain, the basic talent quality seems to have some other uses. Think about this. He opened the forum again, wanting to find relevant information. At this time, he finally found out. On the top post of the forum, the reward post with an astonishing amount of replies. Shadow creatures entering the Sea of Gods. Can this kind of thing cause such a big sensation? Thinking that I had destroyed a shadow island before, Lin Yi checked those coordinates curiously. Scroll down a few pages. Okay. Suddenly, the coordinates of a familiar emperor attracted his attention. After zooming in, Lin Yi narrowed his eyes and compared the coordinates of the Blue Star Sea territory carefully. Hiss. 0. Exactly the same. This can't finish the calf. On the forum, many gods with terrifying power offered rewards for the pillars. Rushing over each other like mad dogs. Moved quickly towards those coordinates. He certainly wouldn't be so simple as to think that the Blue Star Sea was remote and no one would come. Maybe there are already a large number of gods and island owners who have already killed their doorsteps. Hurry up and increase your strength. Lin Yi took a deep breath. God's Day. The distance traveled at the fastest jump speed that an island in the Sea of God's domain can reach. With any luck, within half a year, the Blue Star Sea region may be safe. There will be no gods who are too powerful to descend. But, if you are unlucky, maybe within a month, the island master of the divine realm will be able to block the passage to the Blue Star God realm. Even the divine hidden realm will follow. Let the small briquettes speed up the research and development process. Hurry up. The fastest speed. Lin Yi ordered immediately. Yes, the hearts of Hero Group, and Li and others jumped. I have never seen Lin Yi in such a hurry. A flea, who was the fastest, was the first to react. He quickly flew towards the Moke Elf control center. Now, we must grasp all the ways to improve our strength. Otherwise, once a large number of gods and island owners arrive, even if they are simply investigating shadow creature intelligence, nor does it prove that they are not interested in the lower seas. Followed me for so long. You should get up too. Lin Yi set his sights on the Seaview Villa, a god-level fishing spot like a licking dog. Tirelessly, he followed closely behind the island. There are no shadow creatures in the Blue Star Sea. Paste the coordinates directly on the face of Blue Star Sea territory. Lin Yi holds the fishing rod. I was speechless in my heart. Silently greeted the 8 pillars hundreds of times. He guessed. The seal in the surrounding sea area could no longer be suppressed, and the shadow creatures on the bottom of the sea ran out. Due to unknown reasons, he entered the Sea of God's domain. Because the areas where shadow creatures erupted were all lower-level sea areas that had just been connected to the Sea of God's domain. So Blue Star was lying innocently, just in case any unlucky Blue Star Island master enters the passage entrance. He sent the general information to Mu Baikwan and asked the latter to make relevant arrangements. Then, so he concentrated on staring at the motionless fish float ahead. God's Domain Forum. There are, however, many ways to advance to a higher deity rank. But, 313. The time span of these pathways can range from thousands to tens of thousands of years. Even hundreds of thousands, millions of years. He didn't have the time to waste it. Really wait for that time, even the day Lily may be cold. Now it depends on how special you are. Lin Yi let out a breath. Get rid of all distracting thoughts in your mind. No, no, no. In the Moke Elf laboratory, the little coal ball tore up the report in his hand impetuously. The sense of urgency shown by Lin Yi let her understand that there must be a very powerful enemy coming. If the main time flow speed magic circle can't be researched, with the current strength level of the island, there will certainly be unimaginable dangers. Boss, this is a new conjecture. An elf took out a stack of reports from the ordinary time magic circle. After several rounds of arms expansion, now the number of ordinary magic elves has reached nearly 350 people. All members are median true gods. After many times of edible talent awakening, it needs to be refined, and the fruit of life is added to improve the quality. Elves have very few garbage talents. There is only one elf with powerful deduction gains and special wisdom points. All the ordinary elves are attacking her. According to her order, conduct an in-depth analysis of the experimental project. Since the time magic circle was accidentally created last time, in the time domain, their research has hit a bottleneck. This doesn't work either. The 1002nd structure will collapse. The little coal ball took a sip of the juice squeezed from the fruit of life. Forcibly cheer up. The two elements of time and space are too difficult to manipulate. The formation runes are superimposed, and any slight error will lead to uncontrollable results. How can we stabilize the structure of the magic circle? The little coal ball frowned. He stared at the map of the magic circle and analyzed it. Boss, I'm going back first. The Moke Elf assistant looked around. Due to the overclocking of the mechanical equipment, the room became a bit stuffy. Carefully tore a magic scroll for the small briquettes and improved the temperature. Then hurriedly returned to the acceleration formation of the subordinate department. Magic circle. The little coal ball stared at the magic scroll that kept disappearing. A long time passed until the scroll completely disappeared. She suddenly slapped her forehead. Fool, the magic circle won't work, why not make a magic scroll? As a one-time item, the magic scroll is for the long-term use of the magic circle. In terms of stable structure, it does not need to be too harsh. It can basically solve the biggest problem that plagues small briquettes. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Why didn't I think of such a simple solution? Even if the magic scroll can only exist for 10 seconds, it is enough to open the time velocity formation. The little coal ball excitedly picked up the manuscript paper. With extremely fast fingers, he wrote out an experimental plan. It is precisely because she has a high interest in scientific research. Every time there must be a qualitative leap. And there can be no flaws. As a result, the project has not made a breakthrough for a long time. Only half an hour passed. She picked up the sketch, and hastily pulled over the elf who was passing the instructions. The tone said eagerly, "Quick! Change the direction of analysis, from the magic circle to the magic scroll." Thump. There was a splash of water in the blue water. 3 closely connected, mysterious items that emit light. When it was about to leave the sea, it fell back again. There is only one empty fishhook hanging on the sea. Your control over the law of the thunder system has increased, and the current control rate is 9%. Lin Yi let out a heavy breath. The well-defined muscles of the mermaid line are covered with thin beads of sweat. After the black lightning dissipated, he collapsed on the sofa exhausted. Failed. Fishing for the 10th time after being promoted to god. All ended in failure. But there was no regret in Lin Yi's eyes. On the contrary, there is a strong look of anticipation. These 10 times, every time the fished creature was pulled to the surface of the ocean. Just this time, even pulled most of the body out of the sea. Just a little bit worse. If the timing of pulling the rod is properly controlled, it will definitely be able to pull up special fishing spots. Again, Lin Yi ate some fruits of life. After quickly replenishing the divine energy in the body, he held his breath and threw the hook again. Just now, when fishing mobs surface, he saw a general outline. A ball. Well, although it is very unexpected. But it is already a god-level god. For his own eyes, there is still no doubt. Just a ball. The other 2 items are a bit like skill books or similar props. After seeing this situation, Lin Yi became even more curious about the creature named Dodo. It has been 3 days since he was promoted to a god. The atmosphere on the island is no longer as lively as it used to be. There is a strong sense of urgency in 3.2. Everyone, 24 hours a day soaking in the real illusion practice field and inside the tranquil temple. Tirelessly improves strength day and night. Time passed slowly. Lin Yi always maintains one posture. Very focused. An hour passed. 10 hours passed. Dawn rose the next day. When the first ray of brilliance from an unknown star falls on the surface of the sea. Float. Moved. Boom. Almost at the same time. Lin Yi burst out with amazing power from the black thunder all over his body. The 10 strands of shimmering law. All for speed. Moment. His hands seemed to teleport. The super god level fishing rod was once again pulled to the limit crescent moon. Bring it. You. Creak creak. The fishing line turned quickly, and sparks burst out from the brakes. This time, Lin Yi's eyes were full of excitement. The system did not prompt that the timing of drawing the lever is improper. As long as it doesn't explode the reel. Get all 3 of those things. Let me see your real face. Lin Yi turns the shimmer into a power bonus. With all his strength, he backed away. The wire wheel keeps shrinking. These days, even if he couldn't catch Dodo, he never exploded the reel. This time, he is determined to win. The familiar force once again swept through the whole body from the fishing rod. The tug of war continued. There is also the help of Dodo, the 6th child. Only 3 hours passed. Fishing items have come to the surface. Rise. With the power of the system, Lin Yi worked hard. Pulled out all the last distance. Clatter. All 3 items are paid for at sea. It's been half a month. Finally, get a special fishing spot. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, you got the god level special 17 hero, Dodo, close black lens bracket. Hero binding successfully. Loyalty locked. Ding. Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the special skill, life connection, at the Godhead special fishing spot. Close black lens bracket. Ding. Congratulations to the host, I got a special scroll at the God level special fishing spot, the Spirit of Law, close black lens bracket. 3 pleasant reminders resounded in Lin Yi's mind. The waves roll on top of the waves. The prey are closely connected and held firmly by the system hook. Just in time, the indistinct white ball tried its best to fly towards Lin Yi. But under the suppression of the system, I can't move. I can only agitate my body to twist and turn. I really want to panic and dance. Until now, Lin Yi finally breathed a sigh of relief. Things are up. While thinking, he quickly reeled in the line. The 3 harvest targets were soon hanging in front of them. Blooming, Lin Yi carefully looked at the white ball. The body wrapped in light is very similar to the legendary slime. Round and round, there seemed to be a layer of mist in the big blue eyes. Around it, there an exquisite green skill book and a magic scroll full of wonderful lines. Follow a sequence. Lin Yi opened their information panels one by one. The details appear in the field of view. Open black lens bracket blossoming close black lens bracket. Loyalty. 100 locked. Age. Unknown. Race. Unknown. Level. Divine realm damaged. Law of space. 100%. Ability. Space stealing tearing the space of the target area, transferring all matter or space within its range to any area. Space imprisonment freezing any state of matter within the target area. Open black lens bracket life link close black lens bracket. Type. Island skills. Grade. Unknown. Effect. After use, it can connect the life of the island hero and the island owner, and share the excess damage with other connected units after receiving fatal damage. Open black lens bracket Spirit of Law close black lens bracket. Type: consumable props. Grade: unknown. Effect: can be used on any island building to increase the halo effect, greatly improving the law sensitivity and law control power. All information presented. Every piece of content made Lin Yi short of breath. The broad and strong chest is constantly rising and falling. It's too strong. It's too powerful. He even thought he was hallucinating. Is this a god-level fishing spot? Are these 3 kinds of things that can appear in god-level fishing spots? Not to mention the slime, named Dodo, whose law control rate is as high as 100%. The most important, it turned out to be the most complicated space-time system. So far, Lin Yi has never seen a creature with space talent. Even if there are more than 100,000 people on the island, I don't know how many times they have used the mythical talent. No one has ever brushed the space-time system. If it weren't for the island world, there are various space-time array diagrams and scrolls. He doubted whether there were these 2 elements. Dodo's attached ability. It's very powerful just by looking at it. Space stealing isn't just literal. It can even be used to kill enemies directly. Just move your head somewhere else, will you die? Space imprisonment is also a powerful control ability. And you can freeze different states according to your needs. Lin Yi guessed in his heart. Space-time magic should be superior to other elemental magic. Against those high-level enemies. Should also work. Only, the God Realm information panel surprised him a little. Talents and attribute values are gone. But also limited to surprise. When controlling the laws of the Thunder system, he already predicted it. Above the Godhead level, the fight is the control of the law. And the higher level notion of rules. As for the reason why the talent refining stone is listed as contraband, it needs further investigation. Secondly, the life connection is even more exaggerated. Directly connect the life status of heroes and island owners on the island. Lethal damage will be diverted. Mean, as long as the opponent can't lose everyone in the hero group. No linked units will die. Greatly strengthened the combat power of the hero group. This is just in time. Lin Yi picked up the last scroll. His eyes were full of anticipation. Improve law sensitivity and mastery. The effect of the Temple of Tranquility will be greatly enhanced. What do you want to say? Lin Yi sees the slime duo in Dancing Hands, 133. He is still very curious about these various unknown creatures. What? After leaving the hook, Dodo danced around Lin Yi, as if looking at something. From time to time, there was a burst of gasping. Ha ha. Dodo spun around Lin Yi's head a few times. Subsequently, under Lin Yi's astonished expression, he flew straight to the world tree. A fierce sun plunged into the depths of the island. Then, no matter how Lin Yi shouted, it seemed to disappear. Why don't you come out? Rumbling. In vain. Lin Yi's initial island has undergone drastic changes. 7 Moon Garden, West Island, North Island, and Mithril Island, which were originally tightly integrated, began to split apart rapidly. It was like a magnitude 10 earthquake. The roaring sounds one after another, endless. Dozens of figures flew into the sky from the practice field. This astonishing change let everyone not know what to do. Dodo. Lin Yi's eyes froze. In the cracks of the island, the intertwined rhizomes of the world tree did not suffer the slightest loss. Not only that, even the facilities on the island are intact under the protection of some force. The split is abnormal, except for some shocks. No damage was done. But, next second, Lin Yi's pupils shrank into needlepoints in an instant. Your island is fused with unknown life, and the will of the island is born. Open black lens bracket. Your island has absorbed mysterious substances, and its defense has been greatly improved. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Your island has absorbed mysterious substances, and the concentration of divine energy has increased. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Your island has absorbed mysterious substances, and the concentration of the source of rules has increased. Close black lens bracket. Opening square bracket. Closing square bracket. The island reminder kept ringing. Into the eyes. Pieces of black soil emerged from the bottom of the sea. Fills the cracks created when the island splits. More and more, more and more. The 4 fused islands are also stretching towards the periphery, until the area of the dark soil is equal to the area of the original island. The astonishing vision stopped. FK, isn't this the black glass on the bottom of the sea? Lin Yi immediately recognized the extra black soil on the island. It was pitch black, almost identical to the Shadow Isles. Could it be? Don't. Just when Lin Yi thought that his island was about to be completely blackened. When it became a Shadow Isle, the black soil newly integrated into the island slowly loses its luster, and the black smoke is gradually dispersed. A soil that is no different from ordinary soil appeared. Until then, Lin Yi only discovered the island prompt that just popped up. The concentration of the rule source has increased. See this. He couldn't help but feel the changes in the surrounding air quietly. I don't know if I don't look at it, but I'm startled when I look at it. The divine energy that used to be thin is now as thick as milk. Even if you don't rely on the fruit of life, ordinary creatures can also practice normally here, deified attributes and promoted to true gods at an extremely fast speed. Islanders of other gods practice under such conditions. The recovery speed of divine energy will also be greatly increased. And the surrounding thunder element factors are mixed in the divine energy. You need to feel carefully on weekdays to capture the rules of low light. Now in groups, like hairtails floating in the air. As for defense, Lin Yi carefully looked at the soil under his feet. After merging 3 rays of light, it blasted towards the ground. A light blue light suddenly lit up. After attenuating most of the power of the attack, only a fist-sized pit was left on the soil. The defense is close to that of God Realm. Hiss. If the black soil absorbs more points, will it be able to ignore higher level attacks? Lin Yi couldn't help thinking to himself. Suddenly, he thought of a very serious problem. The black soil on the seabed was sucked up. B. What about the seal below? Master, the sealing power emanating from the root of the world tree has connected the missing soil. Don't worry. A translucent white figure suddenly appeared out of thin air, appearing next to Lin Yi and explaining intimately. Who are you? Lin Yi was taken aback by her. Nothing happened. If it is the enemy, the sneak attack has already succeeded. I am your island. The white figures happily circled around Lin Yi. Only 1 meter high. A piece of pure white can't see clearly. Island. Lin Yi raised his eyelids and saw that Bai Ying could check the panel. Check it out now. Open black lens bracket island will. Dodo close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket level. Tier 3, 2 stars close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket area. 41.5 square kilometers close black lens bracket. Regular concentration. 1%. Open black lens bracket total population. 184100 close black lens bracket. Heroes. Will of the island. Dodo 100% divine realm, shadow angel. Shot mid stage of god beast god. Afri peak of high god mermaid. Nako peak of high god angel. Sauron Fia peak high god demon Albetha peak high god Vivi peak high god little Cole peak high god. Buildings. Wood elf tree, world tree, qualification training pool, real illusion practice field, temple of tranquility, dragon knight altar. Close black lens bracket. Soldiers. Wood elf, magic elf. Subordinates. Terra's mermaid, angry fangs orc. Legions. Phoenix dragon knights legion, angry fang legion, Terra legion. Close black lens bracket. Skills. Link bridge, fusion, island cruise, fixed point teleportation. Wealth. 300,000 island amethyst coins. Summary of the protagonist's current power. Merged with the island. Lin Yi was a little confused. He never thought that the hero could merge with the island. Meaning is, your own island, alive. Yes, the current me is just a projection of divine power, but the body is your island. Dodo explained. From today, I will work hard to grow up. Absorb more nutrients from the seabed. Try to grow up quickly. Absorb more. Lin Yi's mouth twitched, and he warned again. There are dangerous things on the bottom of the sea. If you take too much black soil, it may cause trouble. Seemed to know he would say that. Duo smiled and said, a mature tree of the world can easily suppress the seal of the entire sea area. Master, please don't worry. Does world tree still have this function? No wonder those gods salivate over their sacred tree. Lin Yi was stunned. Then I communicated with Dodo again. found that she is also similar to other heroes, before fishing up. They all live in a pure chaotic space. After merging with the island, her abilities can still be used, even without other skills. Under the control of the high-intensity law, casually mix some shimmering power in the elements. It is an astonishingly powerful space skill. The combat power goes directly to the top of the island. Only, the rhizome seal of the tree of the world is completely connected to the bottom of the sea. Duo's projection of will can still land on the island of Meteor God, but the original island cannot be moved casually. Otherwise, the seal of the world tree will be severely loosened, and the consequences of a large loss of black soil will be unimaginable. Fortunately, the initial island is now located in the depths of the Blue Star Sea. The location is relatively safe. You can grow with peace of mind. Good job. Moreover, there is another way to increase the concentration of rules faster than absorbing black soil: consume island coins. According to Dodo, there are substances similar to black soil in sea island coin. And the effect is even better. Now it is only 1% of the regular concentration, and there is such an improvement. It's hard for Lin Yi to imagine when it reaches 100%. What will become of the island? Ignore the divine hidden realm attack. Ignore holy fire attacks. This fishing harvest. It is true beyond imagination. Lin Yi used the life-linking island skill. Close your eyes. After passing through his body, an invisible green light refracted to the center of the island to connect with blossoms. Then the green light does the same. Connected with Nako, Albetha, Afri, Sauronfia, Shaw, Vivi, little briquettes in turn. Bring the vitality of all people. Tightly bind servants. Indestructible. The power of faith. Lin Yi looked pensive. His fingertips tapped the table rhythmically. After using the Spirit of Law scroll on the Temple of Tranquility, it works surprisingly well. The girls of the hero group only have 1 day. The laws that belong to their own series have been extracted one after another. But a fatal problem has arisen. Lack of support from the power of faith, even with high-intensity law control. Can't even get the most out of it. Laws are like tanks. Although powerful, but you have to refuel it and refill its shells. This is how the power of faith works. Different from the island owner. Subordinate units can absorb faith from islanders. Or, it is the belief of the islanders in the island master, which is transformed into the subordinates who have rule control. 1 or 2 people are fine. Once the number of people increases, the calendar of faith will not be able to keep up with consumption. It is necessary to expand the number of islanders. Lin Yi felt helpless. According to the current 1,000 subordinate time flow speed magic circle, the number of islanders who are less than 200,000 is expected to increase rapidly. It takes at least 300 years to reproduce. Corresponding to the real world, it will take at least half a year. It would be great if there were no shadow creatures. Lin Yi cursed the 8 pillars again. Post the wrong coordinates. 020. Make him tense. Boss. Boss. Suddenly, the sound of small briquettes came from outside the villa. Turn around and look. I saw the little briquettes rushing all the way in a hurry, pulling the speed of the upper true god to the limit. It flew over in the blink of an eye. Boss. Look, the latest results of the experiment. Handing over the scroll in his hand, the little coal ball urged, hurry up, boss. The scroll has a time limit. Hear this. Lin Yi regained his spirits immediately. Immediately picked up the scroll on the table. Time velocity scroll, main. Type. Consumable props. Quality. Godhead. Effect. Change the passage of time in the local area. The time scale is 1,000. Note. After 3 hours, the scroll loses all potency. 1,000. Main time flow props. Lin Yi's eyes were full of surprise. It's about time. Boss. Sorry, I couldn't complete the stable magic circle, so I can only use this instead. The little coal ball sounded a little tired, and laughed at himself. Just 1 scroll, I have used up all the funds, and it is a one-off. Wipe. Only spent hundreds of thousands of amethyst coins. Hearing this, Lin Yi quickly restrained his joyful expression. He squatted down, looked at the little briquette seriously and said, no. You did a good job. The value of this scroll is far more than hundreds of thousands of amethyst coins. With this, the time problem that is most needed at the moment can be solved. Continue on this direction. Research does not require a stable magic circle, even a scroll is fine. What is amethyst coin? Once the time velocity scroll starts mass production, the terrifying output of the world tree is enough to flood the entire island. Yes, the little coal ball's eyes regained light again, and nodded, good boss. I will definitely create more powerful things. But, I have no money now. Money, okay. Lin Yi listened. Looking through the void warehouse, it seems that there are not many amethyst coins left. Then, from the pile of sundries he harvested from fishing, he emptied out a lot of things at the level of a true god. All listed on the Shenyu exchange. The price is nearly 20% lower than the market. The huge market share of the Sea of God's domain easily swallowed his small things. Without exception, all instant purchases, in and out, took 2 million island amethyst coins. All were handed over to the small briquettes. Come on, you can study the flow rate control of slave system time by the way. Lin Yi encouraged. Okay, I haven't found any island masters above the godhead level. That means we're the first ones here. A humanoid island owner opened the social chat queue. Full of suspicion, use various props to investigate after confirming that there are no signs of high-level life activities around. Some excitedly said, we will enter the lower-level sea area immediately, and we have not been detected. Then our chances will be greatly improved. We will make a fortune and make a fortune. Someone in the group responded quickly. Ha ha ha, go quickly, don't let others get ahead of you. But you still have to be careful, that sea area may have been occupied by shadow creatures. If you encounter high-level shadow monsters, it is still very dangerous. Let's just wander around the border and see how dark creatures enter the Sea of Gods. Don't lie. Hey, another sea area has been destroyed, and there are trillions of lives. If you have this time to be sentimental, it's better to make more exploration props. Another island jumping at extreme speed. Yuan Gungan tightened the cloak around her body. After confirming that the whole body equipment was wrapped, he walked to the beach and watched the fleeting God's domain island. No one should know I'm gone. Well, there should be no one. Very safe. The Ginseng Island owner was a little flustered. They are extremely rare in number. Even if it is the entire island world, the Sea of Nuo Da God's domain. It can also be called an endangered species. Not to mention an existence of over 1 million years like him. Any god who sees him will salivate and look forward to seeing him. I can't wait to bite off the skin of his feet. Should I go back? The owner of Ginseng Island beat a drum in his heart. Regrets are born. Relying on his racial advantage, his lifespan is almost as endless as that of the main god realm great god. There is no need to leave the safe area for some resources. Well, as long as there is no law that controls more than 99% of the island owners, I am safe. No divine hidden realm arrived here before me. Thinking of this, Ginseng Island Master calmed down and said firmly, at present, I am invincible. Come on. Have other Alliance Islanders passed by? The owner of Zippy Island sneered. Let them investigate first, all the information they investigate is to make a wedding dress for me. Hear this. The surrounding island owners all echoed. What Master Kalu said is true. Those low-level gods are only worthy of working for us. Humph. The purple skin island owner known as Karu said gloomily. This time, in addition to collecting information, let's check to see if the Seal Master's artifact in that sea area is there. 300 years in the sea area, the durability of the heart of the ocean must not have decreased. Harvest and then another great fortune. Do a good job of genocide. The others looked happy, and hurriedly said, yes. Immediately go to adjust the God War Legion. The new sea area is extremely valuable. The rare resources that go into search, even if it is a god-level island owner, are still a fair amount of wealth. The time-lapse scroll opens. A misty enchantment shrouded the island. The outside world can only see a blur, completely unaware that an astonishing phenomenon is happening inside. The effect of the Temple of Tranquility is really amazing. The more twilight rules, the power of faith consumed by extraction and capture is greatly reduced. Lin Yi sat cross-legged on the ancient wooden floor. His face was full of joy. Beside, there are also the girls of the hero group. With their eyes closed, they perceive the power of laws swimming around them. Based on the completion of the main series of flow speed scrolls, Duo developed the secondary series of magic scrolls. The size of the three legions is rapidly increasing. Island Information Interface. The population of the orcs and mermaids has exploded. Changes happen several times per second. Under the halo of the World Tree, even gods with the law of reproduction. They will all be astonished. There has never been a child who died young, let alone a child with birth defects. Everyone has amazing intelligence and fighting talent from birth. Exponentially growing population. Only Lin Yi can move. Even if other gods are affiliated with such a scale of reproduction speed. Nor would they choose to do so. There is no other reason. After the population explosion, if there is no way to improve the quality and increase the level. Even if there are billions or tens of billions. In addition to enhancing the power of faith for the godhead subordinates. On the contrary, it is cumbersome. Lin Yi is different, not only has the extremely heaven-defying real fantasy practice field, but also the divine fruit of the World Tree. When the children of each tribe grow up, they can become god-level units. Terrifying god-making speed, enough to shock the entire sea of gods. The power of the law still has limitations. Lin Yi closes the island information. Close your eyes and meditate. After the thunder elements are fused with the low light rules, it is very simple to increase speed, power, and treatment. In particular, it only takes a short time for him to use the low light to greatly improve the effect of the talent gain brought by the heavenly thunder sacred flame. But, if you want to use the law to apply other buffs, such as Shah's 100% crit, Afri's damage reduction, etc. There is only a theoretical possibility. However, the characteristic effects belonging to other laws, such as the rules of concealment, immune control, and physical enhancement, cannot be realized at all. Each law has a corresponding authority. Does the law of the thunder system correspond to destruction and rebirth? Lin Yi was thoughtful. In this way, I may be able to refer to Sauron Fia's resurrection passive. Using the new characteristics of thunder and lightning, a similar ability has been developed. With the addition of strong divine energy, it shouldn't take long to reach the peak of the gods. I don't know what kind of changes will happen when the 100% mastery is upgraded to the god realm, Jin. While thinking, Lin Yi closed his eyes again. Time passed slowly. Dodo absorbs the increased law concentration of the mysterious substance, which greatly speeds up the improvement of everyone's control. Half a year passed. The transformation of the World Tree has not yet been completed. But the height of the tree has increased by more than 10 meters again, and the canopy is bigger and denser. Almost the entire island will be shrouded. Gain 6 divine fruits, harvest 120 for the enhanced version of the fruit of life, and harvest 45,000 for the normal fruit of life. All the women in the hero group battle take the divine fruit. Including the small briquettes, it was a success, breaking through to the second stage of the early stage of the gods. The island welcomes 7 god-level existences. The size of the 3 major armies has expanded to 200,000. Every 10,000 people form a brigade, and 40 fighters who win the competition on the island are selected as the brigade captain and deputy captain. 40 captains took the enhanced version of the Fruit of Life to enter the upper true god level. Briquette's Fruit of Life elixir enters its final phase. A year passed. The island now has 400 upper true gods, 100,000 middle true gods, and 100,000 lower true gods. The size of the 3 legions continues to expand. The output of the World Tree has finally been limited. The initial island can no longer accommodate the large number of subsidiary units. The population density reaches 1 person, 138 square meters. Densely packed, with no end in sight. Anli and Togle conveyed an order that all islanders except pregnant women and young children evacuate from the initial island. More than 200,000 people have left the radiation range of the World Tree, and no longer enjoy the rich energy bonus of the initial island. Start actual combat exercises on the island of Meteor God. The momentum is mighty. The Blue Star Island owners who were lucky enough to witness the scene all sent shocking pictures to the Blue Star Forum. Like a deepwater nuclear bomb. Once again, the turbulent waves were set off, and the worship of Lin Yi by the Blue Star Island Master reached a new height. A steady stream of power of faith kept pouring in. Even if many strands of twilight are integrated, the energy of faith will not be consumed immediately. Under this concentration, it only increased by 2% a year. Compared to the special effects when fishing, it's ridiculously slow. Other gods, if you want to quickly increase your control, you may have to hunt other gods. Point 0. Lin Yi walked out of the Temple of Tranquility. His lightning system control has reached 10%. Either attack or treatment. Still amazing changes. The other female heroes of the hero group include Anli, Togle, Fanglongwang, Kejami and other island-affiliated tribes. All of them have been promoted to the level of gods, and the law control rate is maintained at about 1%-4%. The life fruit potion of the small briquettes is finally completed. After setting up a production line on the island, you can start Wongbus. The only regret is that Lin Yi looked around. Compared with the original law, the richness of the law has dropped a lot. Due to the different speed of time. No matter at what speed Dodo condenses the surrounding laws towards the island. The consumption speed is nearly 1,000 times faster than the condensation speed. He estimated, after 3 years, cultivating in the time velocity barrier will have no effect. Including the growth of the world tree, it will also stop due to lack of energy. But this is not a problem. Once the potion starts production, the entire market in Sea of God's domain is wool. You can take it slow. World tree, the transformation is complete. Lin Yi stood under the giant tree with a face full of joy. The information that appeared in front of him cheered him up all of a sudden. What the hell, it's outrageous. Open black lens bracket world tree close black lens bracket. Type, rule god tree. Personality, Godhead consume 300 island star coins to improve the quality. Age, 408,417. Crown height, 220 meters. Harvestable, Godhead fruit X1. Current status, Divine fruit X1 mature after 100,000 years. Halo, within the range of crown height X 10,000 m, all species enjoy the nourishment of life energy, naturally improve body quality, accelerate reproduction, and practice. Open black lens bracket God fruit close black lens bracket. Personality, Godhead. Effect, the same effect as pure Godhead, and the fusion with the power of faith to promote Godhead. Open black lens bracket divine fruit close black lens bracket. Personality, Godhead. Effect, when taking it, you can actively choose any of the following effects, otherwise one of the following effects will occur randomly. 1. The user's personality must be promoted to a god, without any side effects, 280. 2. Heal any divine damage, curse, disease caused by any god. 3. The user's innate personality must be upgraded to a god. 4. Increase the control degree of the law by 10%. Trees really can form godheads. Divine fruits can also enhance the control of laws. Lin Yi repeatedly looked at the information on the panel in front of him. Unparalleled joy. Affected by the intensity of energy, he is still thinking about how to increase the speed of law control. Unexpectedly, World Tree gave him such a big surprise in the blink of an eye. Divine fruit. Outrageous F. King opened the door for outrageous. The original guess really came true. According to this speed, a time acceleration can theoretically reap the fruit of salvation. Lin Yi has already begun to calculate the value in his heart. The fruit of the Godhead will definitely not be sold. Selling this kind of thing will bring a lot of trouble. And this output can't be met by myself, the amount needed on the island is too much. Owner. A crisp voice came from behind. Dodo's will projection floated in front of Lin Yi and asked, do you need to add a guard island to the island? See a white shadow that suddenly appears. Lin Yi was speechless. Why do you have to appear from behind others? It's really scary. What guard island? He asked doubts. Duoduo Ziying seemed to be thinking, paused and said, connect the unowned islands around the islands to deal with foreign enemies, and they can also be used as settlements for islanders. Under the action of the new version of the time velocity array, races multiply very fast. In less than a day outside the time, the total population of the island has broken through the 300,000 mark. The entire population can only be transferred to the island of the god of Meteor, the war base. Not being able to enjoy the aura of the world tree is undoubtedly a great waste of resource utilization. Dodo obviously took this into consideration. So come here for advice. Link the island. Lin Yi pondered. Okay, come according to your idea. The black soil on the seabed can slowly increase the concentration of the law of the island. If the world tree can suppress the seal, then there is no need to move the island. It can be completely fixed on the sea to build a rear base. Whether the guard island corresponds to the surrounding sea beasts or future enemies, they are all very good choices. As for fishing, it can be done on the island of Meteor God. Okay. Dodo nodded and said, I will find an island with a suitable size to establish a link. Finished. The white phantom disappeared. It was as eerie and mysterious as it appeared. Divine Realm. Lin Yi looked at the gift box in the storage ring. Inside is a pure godhead. On the Shenyu exchange, it can also be sold at a high price. But, now there is the fruit of the godhead. He flew into the sky without hesitation. The mysterious fruit was found on a branch of the world tree. The fruit is oval. The color is not much different from the divine fruit. Pure and crystal clear, in vain. However, the fruit is surrounded by a brightly colored shimmering law. If it is magnified countless times, it can be seen that this twilight is formed by the power of countless laws. Just take it directly. Gently pick off the fruit of the godhead. According to the method of using other fruits, Lin Yi bit off the surface shell. In an instant, the essence juice in the fruit of the godhead seemed to be called. They transformed into pure regular forms one after another, spreading out along Lin Yi's throat. Seen from the outside, Lin Yi seemed to be covered by starlight. The surface of the body emits a large number of light spots, revealing the radiance of the artifact armor. A trace of regular energy swam around him. After leaving starlight footprints around every corner, these energies began to gather towards Lin Yi's eyebrows. Gradually, the warmth transmitted by the energy begins to dissipate. Instead, there was a tingle. In a daze, Lin Yi seemed to see Blue Star in front of his vision. I saw the Blue Star Island owner in the island world. Almost everyone exudes a thick golden aura. Every breath is connected by an invisible light beam. Through layers of space, one is connected to Lin's sea of consciousness. It is these invisible light beams that continuously convey a large number of beliefs to him. Zzz. The numbness between the eyebrows suddenly became a bit tingling. The lightning arc begins to bloom. All the power of rules is irrigated by the power of faith. Start compressing. The spots of light immediately became more solid, and the thunder and lightning gradually became irritable. I don't know how long the pain lasted. Just when Lin Yi was almost stunned by this force. Finally, a ray of pure white thunder strikes fiercely between Lin Yi's eyebrows. Cool and refreshing feeling spreads all over the body. The tingling sensation caused by the condensed rules just now dissipated. A ray of life accompanies destruction, with the healing power flooding the limbs and bones. Lin Yi suddenly found out. A purple-black diamond-shaped substance was embedded in his mind at some point. Even without divine power perception, when the diamond-shaped substance appeared at 2.6, he felt it instantly. Godhead. Become. All visions are gone. Lin Yi opened his fingers slightly in midair, and electric arcs jumped out from his fingertips. Like a loyal guard, it shrouded him in an electric arc. You have absorbed the fruit of the Godhead, and your personality has improved, and you are currently in the Godhead state 10%. Detect that you have perfect talent, Godhead sublimation. The original pillar of thunder is pulled by you, and you can immediately become the pillar of thunder if you are promoted to the main God realm. Opening square bracket, closing square bracket. Lin Yi has not recovered from the feeling of being promoted to godhood. The prompts one after another made him stunned. What the hell is Thunder Origin Pillar? Just when he was wondering, suddenly, anomaly. Lin Yi looked at the sky, his pupils narrowed into needle eyes. Stepping on a horse, will it be grand? Rumbling. Between heaven and earth, a purple thunder that ran through the entire sky exploded. It's like splitting the sky in half. Next, the roar that almost burst the eardrum resounded. Landslides and ground cracks, huge waves rise. The islands of the entire island world trembled under this thunder and lightning. The vast sea of gods. All creatures looked at the sky in horror. The purple thunder shone, as if it had cast an important town on the island world. All matter turned dark purple. Rumbling, rumbling. Thunder exploded one after another. One was more ferocious than the other, and the daring creatures sat on the ground in fright. The timid one passed out on the spot. There are even many unlucky creatures that were sent directly to the west under the thunderous power. 9 times. The violent and thunderous world is completely silent. Apart from it, there seems to be no other sound in 17. The sky is literally being torn apart. A huge chasm that runs through the entire island world. It's like a zipper that's unzipped by clothes, it's terrifying. The astonishing recovery speed of the space seems to be crawling like a turtle in front of this seam at this time. The clouds were echoed, and the sky seemed to turn into a sea of thunder. The rolling thunder light never stops, even if the purple thunder no longer sounds. The entire island world has been silent for an unknown amount of time. Looking at the sky, I don't know how long I was in a daze. I don't even know how long time has passed. Until, an island reminder to all island owners sounded. Finally, the island world was restored to life. Global island reminder. One pillar of thunder origin has been bound to one person, enjoying 100% bonus of the origin. 9 people have been bound to the current pillar, close black lens bracket. Global island tips. Opening square bracket ... closing square bracket. Eye-catching announcements seem to be embedded in the sky. All the island owners have seen it clearly and heard it with their own ears. Thunder origin pillar. Appeared. This reminder directly set off a turbulent wave on the God's Domain forum and God's Domain channel. No matter where, the topic of discussion jumps directly from, "Have you eaten?" to the origin of thunder. Shenyu channel, overwhelming news. Even if the bounce speed is the island owner of the Holy Fire realm, you have to set a delayed scrolling to see it clearly. Another pillar appeared. The island world is about to change. It has been tens of millions of years since the last time the Earth origin was bound to that existence. I never thought that I could witness the appearance of the thunder origin with my own eyes. What a lifelong blessing. It is said that, after binding the source, even only the God realm has the power to instantly kill a holy fire level god. Is it true? The power of the source cannot be described. But according to the relevant literature published by the 8 pillars, there should be no mistakes. Perfect talent must be 100% compatible with each characteristic, and all of them have reached the upper limit of the characteristic. This is the person chosen by heaven. I don't know how many years have passed in the island world, and even the first existence with the pillar power of the original source has been eroded by time, and there are only 9 people born in total, and now there are only 10 from the original source of thunder. One can imagine. This must require a lot of luck. But I know a piece of secret news. In fact, a total of 10 existences were born who were pulled by the pillar of the source. But 2 of them belong to the same source and only enjoyed a 50% bonus. For this reason, an earth-shattering battle of gods was launched. Half of the island world has been beaten to pieces. Is it true? Hey, it seems that you have just been promoted not long ago. There are some things. I wish you good luck, young man. Fortunately, this time the original source is not repeated. If something like that happens, I don't even know where I escaped to at the Holy Fire level. The territorial division of the Sea of God's domain will change again, and I don't know when the change will come. It will take at least a few million years. Even if you have the bonus of the original pillar, you can't grow to the main God state any faster than this time. It took me nearly 10 million years to ignite the Holy Fire in the domain. The lifespan is approaching. Breakthrough. Seeing the great gods say this, my little god realm immediately feels at ease. I don't need to fall into that catastrophe. Not necessarily. Maybe the 8 pillars will meet, forget it. In the hazy void, a calm, very concise conversation started again. Wait, use this power. They also added the original pillar. Able to control. The price is too high. He's unstable and needs control. Be opposed to. Be opposed to. Agree. 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 Agreed. 17. Agree. Search. Hiss. Original pillar. I feel like I have to go back. Hiding in the deep sea for 100 million years. Yuan Gungan was so frightened that he sat on the ground. The emerald green grass was soaked in the liquid containing thick life essence. Countless spiritual plants absorbed the liquid and immediately grew like crazy. Another puddle of light white viscous is even more effective. Even the islanders of the divine realm, 640's eyes lit up after seeing these things. I'm not scared anymore, I just had a problem with my diet yesterday. Yuan Gungan looked at his masterpiece on the ground, his face was full of shame. He ran to the palace in the center of the island as if he had escaped. Just when he was about to control the island and return, his big face pulled down again. Hiding in the deep sea, you can't escape the battle between the pillars. I have to go somewhere safer. Suddenly, his eyes lit up. Think of a perfect hiding place. The most dangerous place is the safest place. Since the seal of the new sea area has been broken, can I escape to the shadow world? Those BLCKMN wouldn't be interested in me either. Well, it makes sense. Sneak into that unlucky lower level sea. I just want to be promoted to an ordinary island master of the god realm. It's a bit too exaggerated to give this thing to me. 7 Moon Garden. Hundreds of thousands of true gods wrapped around without leaving any gaps. Say no to bugs. Even the microbes in the air don't even think about getting in. Lin Yi looked at his property panel blankly. The bonus information of the Thunder Origin pillar above is vivid. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.